But
Okay.
yeah, but ma'am, yeah, saying something on this topic, ma'am, I would like to know something about you. Please, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Just now I started my recording.
Okay,
So
ma'am,
yeah,
go ahead.
thank you for giving introduce myself. So as you know, my name is Sneha Singh. I'm connecting with you city. Yeah, I'm connecting with UP, city of Greater Noida. I'm married. I'm blessed with two kids and as well as homemaker also. And about my qualification concern, I have done graduation in BSc Botany Honors. And about my hobbies, so my hobbies is connect with the people. I love to do yoga, exercise, and play badminton. These are my hobby. And apart from running my YouTube channel that is based on a spoken English, that's all about me. Thank you. So I'm really eagerly waiting for your introduction. So could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to you for giving me a wonderful opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Bharat Maharat Panchal. I'm from Maharashtra, and I'm a primary teacher working in the government school for the last 29 years. Yeah, and apart from that, I'm a religious preacher. I give preaching classes in schools and
Yes, you are not visible, so yeah, go
uh,
ahead.
yeah. Apart from being a teacher, I'm a religious preacher. I go to various villages and give sermons to the people.
Mhm.
And as far as my hobbies are concerned, I like to read religious books, watching cricket. Yeah, and I'm very passionate about English language. And as far as this English journey is related, I'm learning this English for the last 2 years. Yeah, and I
Okay.
teach my mother tongue Marathi and English to sixth and seventh standard. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, I know about in that. Like you are very passionate. You are like you are learning this language last 2 years. So really good to know about that. So yeah,
Yeah,
without delay, start talking on that topic, whatever you are suggested.
yes. So we have taken the topic today that is very wonderful topic and the most important, I think, moral education at the school level. You see, ma'am, uh, we see that the small children or the people are getting angry for an very small reason. There are, yeah, fightings.
Mobile for mobile. If you are not going to give mobile, like especially they will deny to have food, and they will
Yeah,
start showing their tantrum. They will
yeah,
if you will give mobile, then they will start having food and all anything. It means
yeah,
everything you want to convince. Then if you will give mobile and watch TV, then I start listening to you. So yeah, it's a smart generation, like as well, like small children. They this kind of habit, I think so nowadays they are carrying.
yeah, ma'am. Even the child of 1.5 years, if you do not give mobile to her or him, so he is denying to eat anything, and all the mothers are having issues. They are complaining that our children are not eating when
Mm.
mobile is taken from them, or TV is put off, so children are not taking their food. So every mother is having some kind of issues related to this. And not just that, ma'am, you see that there is violence everywhere. There are quarrels everywhere. You If you are traveling through the railways, through the other vehicles, there are quarrels, and people are getting ready to corrupt to do the corruption for very small amount. So this is happening everywhere, and I think that this is happening because of the lack of moral education. But they do not think that we are doing something wrong. In the previous time, ma'am, when any person was doing wrong, he was having a sense of guilty in his mind that, oh, I'm doing wrong. I'm not uh, behaving according to the rule. Something sin is going to happen by my hands. I should not do that. And most
But
of the people,
But
Yes.
now the scenario is totally changed. Like if people, not I'm talking about children, if people will do any mistake, then after doing mistake, they will know, never realize that which this kind of mistake I have done, and they never listen to these things. I have done mistake. Then next time I'm not going to. Yeah, how crime is increasing day by day by watching like mobile and TV, this kind of things. And I think so they have taken education but they don't know, I think so, what is the moral of education. I don't want to do this kind of things. If I'll do the bad thing in my life, then family will also trouble for because if I'm going to do any wrong thing in my life, then family will also face a lot of problem by listening like neighbor, by listening by society, by listening by a state and a country. So family will, and as well every will feel very trouble doing all rubbish thing. But people, I don't know people why they are not thinking about it.
Yes, 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 definitely. And ma'am, and that is why I suggest that this education or the moral education should be given at the very tender age, at the school level, because it is the only prime time. Because once the person is grown up, so he is not able to listen to anyone. He's not going to follow others' instructions. But as you know that, as we can give any shape to the mud, that is, there is a mud, we can give any shape to that mud. But after dried up, we cannot make anything about that. And that is why in the initial stage, at this level, we can teach them, we can inculcate good thoughts on their minds, so that humanity should be initiated in them. They should be honest to the other. They should show compassion to the others. They should show honesty of the others. So I think that this type of education should be given at the school level.
Yeah, so even when child like children are very young age, too young age, and in her and their mind will be totally empty. And
Yes.
suppose I am giving any things in empty carry bag and all, that thing will be fill up. And in adult mind already mind has filled, and if you are going to fill
Yeah.
anything, then it could be take a lots of time. It's quite difficult to feel anything in that carry bag. So that like children also, if we are going to give like moral education, any education by childhood, and they will learn good thing from their like childhood, and once they will grown up, then it's they will grown up with a good mindset, and they will they will follow every time good thing in surrounding. Whatever, suppose in my surrounding everything wrong thing will happen, that time I have a I studied about all thing in my childhood. No need to learn, no need to be have like a bad thing in with any person surrounding who is person is doing wrong thing. So this thing is very important. If I learn and if I get a moral education in my in my childhood.
Hmm. That's very. So this is the high time. This is the good time to give them education about the virtues, about the compassion, about the humanity, and we have to make them the responsible citizen. And it should be started in this age. Once they grown up, as we have discussed earlier, so it's not possible, I think. So, because at this stage, ma'am, one thing is clear, as you have described earlier, you have said it in a very beautiful manner, that the minds of the students or minds of the children are totally empty. We can inculcate any thought on their mind. As grown people are already knowing in everything, their mind is
Mm,
full with thoughts. So,
mm.
to remove their thoughts and to keep store the good thought in their mind is a difficult process, according to
Yeah.
me. But
So it's a quite difficult. It's a quite difficult to as a adult, if you are going to feel anything, so it's a quite difficult to first we should remove any that bundle of thoughts, bad bundle of thoughts in your mind.
yeah,
Then you
yes.
can a good thing in your minds. But as a child, it's a quite easy to if you are going to feel anything good thing, then they they can observe very good thing. Why children are like following, like watching mobile and all anything, because of, I think so it's 150 more than 90% they are following to parents also, because parents are also like indulge ourselves, like if they will get time, then every time they enroll ourselves like mobile, watching mobile and watching TV. So that's why I think so children are also following same thing.
Yes, yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, I would like to know from you that if you want to give this moral education to the students, to the children, so what should we do? What should we tell them? What is the activity that we can uh, do? We can uh, do in the class. What can we
Yeah,
do?
the class first I want to give like moral of the education, like a small children. First they have a good manner, and good manner with like how to talk with a elder, like how to respect like people. Then who is behaving like every time you should respect our elders, and you respect our society, then we'll do everything. And focus, because nowadays like nobody's gift, and nobody's know that how to utilize your time. So time is very important. You should teach your children, focus on your time management. And if I'll do like a work on time management, then children will also do. And not like do, and everything if you are going to do, then that thing you should do with a discipline. Like not I'm going to do single day and next day like if I forgot. So if I'm going to same kind of things with front of children, they will also follow like my rules, because teacher is doing like teaching this kind of thing, then I should also follow. Then children automatically like again and again like good thing if I will teach like children like every day, then they will learn good thing in their life, and they will implement these kind of things in their life.
Yeah, yeah. You said it very nicely, ma'am. And 1 minute. And I would add a little more to that. If
Yeah, yeah.
you used to tell them the great stories of our history,
Through
so it will be.
the story, and through the story I can also teach them, because children can understand very fast through the story. And
Hmm.
because they are very interested to listening any story, and they can think like that. Like I'm like character in this story, and they will also do same thing. So story is also a very good thing for teaching them.
Yeah, yeah. When I was a child and learning in the second or the third standard, so my teacher used to tell the stories of Prabhu Ramchandra, the great, the love between Rama and Lakshman, and the compassion they showed with each other. So these stories are very, yeah, inspirational stories, motivating stories. And if we are sharing these stories to the children, definitely it will have great impact on the teach on the students' mind. And um, adding to that, furthermore, we can tell them the stories of the great leaders, courageous persons from our history. So it will make an impact on their mind, and it definitely they'll improve, and they will come to understand what is our culture, what is our tradition, what is our convention, and how should we follow that. Now you see that, ma'am, even the children are not following their parents' orders. But in
Hmm.
when I was a child, I used to go against the parents. We used to take the blessings.
Yeah, because that time, that time I had no idea. Like, I have to like, miss बिगड़ने की कोई ये नहीं होती थी. But nowadays they have a like
Yes, yes,
indulge
yes.
mobile and watching these kind of things. But earlier time, children want they used to play like a physical game. Then maybe they have a lots of time to listen to parents,
Mhm.
and they think like that I have to take some blessing from like my parents. But these days scenario has totally changed.
Yeah, yeah. When I was a child,
And
ma'am, so ma'am, when I was a child, that time we didn't get our meal before, after means without taking the darshan of God or having a prayer. we had to prayer, and after that we are getting the meal. That was the, yeah, rule. That was a protocol. But this time, nothing happening. And as you said that you have raised one important point, that that time only parents, teachers, colleagues, and friends were the source of knowledge. But now there is an immense of sources, that like mobile, laptop, computer, Instagram, WhatsApp. These are, there are a lot of social media that are providing immense of information, and so the students are getting distracted. The children are getting distracted, and they did not to follow. They don't think that it is important to follow their parents or teachers order, because they are getting information from other sources.
And yeah, and another thing I also these days I'm watching, like surrounding my people, like especially children they are not able to follow spiritual things. Like they will not follow, like if they are getting like in to they will take blessing and they will stand up in front of God. They will not doing these kind of things. And earlier time when I like am telling in my like a sibling, when they goes to they want to go to like went to a school, they that time going a school time, that time they wants to take blessing from like parents, then they touch feet to parents. And if any exam
Yeah,
will came, every day touch feet to parents, then they went to the school. But nowadays
yeah,
if I going to share this kind of things in front of children, then they will tell no, it's wrong, totally wrong, no need to take any blessing every day, it's not required. So I think so they are making distant from this kind of spiritual and all things. They will not believe. I think so after 10 years what happened I don't know, because of like social media and all, they only believe whatever going in mobile and TV, they'll believe like that because they indulge they self in these kind of things.
yes, yes, yes. In our time, when I was I have to face any examination, so